Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, and Ohio University Lancaster.
Hello, I'm Lisa Hooker, and welcome to Fairfield Today from Fairfield Medical Center. Today we are pleased to be in the new surgical tower in their grand entrance. It is beautiful. If you have not been here yet, you should stop by and see it. And we're going to learn more about this wonderful new structure, how it will help Fairfield Medical Center, and most importantly, how it will benefit its patients. So we're going to learn more about that later. We're going to start off, though, with Latricia Johnston. Latricia, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
I understand next year is the Centennial celebration for Fairfield Medical Center, and there's all kinds of events and activities, but one in particular that you're here to talk to us about today.
Yes, absolutely. So as you mentioned, we are coming up on our 100th anniversary, which is actually going to be October 2016. So we wanted to do a year-long celebration, and so that's actually going to start in October. This year we'll have our 99th anniversary. But because we have 100 years and we have a whole lot more to celebrate, it's going to take a year long to celebrate a whole year worth of 100 years worth of things that we've done. And one of the main things to think about is it's truly, it's quite an accomplishment if you think about it, that a community hospital for 100 years has remained still individual. It's not absorbed by a conglomerate or a larger organization, which is happening a lot in the health world today. So that's one of the main things that we wanted to celebrate, and that's only because of the support that the community has given us for the last 100 years.
I just want to jump in there about the community. A lot of folks may think that Fairfield Medical Center only serves Lancaster primarily and Fairfield County, but I know the reach is much greater.
Yes, we do, yeah. Perry, Pickaway, Fairfield, and we have people who come from Licking as well. So yeah, it's truly a community hospital with surrounding counties that join with us. So we wanted to make sure that everyone understood that our celebration, because it is a community hospital, it is a community celebration. We want to celebrate together. So one of the things that we wanted to do, since we have been here for 100 years, and we owe that all to you, our listeners, is we wanted to give back to you. We wanted to give a gift to you. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing is our major kickoff. You've probably seen some of the advertisements already around. Our monitor came out, and I know that it was in that as well. But we're having our rock party on August the 22nd, and that's at the fairgrounds.
And that's of this year to kind of kick off the Centennial?
Yes, that's going to get us in the mood to celebrate for an entire year. So truly an all-day event. You can come. It's going to start at 9 o'clock. We're combining this year our Health Fest with this musical celebration. So you can come at 9 o'clock, and we'll have pancake breakfast there in the building next to the grandstand if you want to start there first.
I'd start with pancakes first.
That is an option, but depending on what you're going to do, because remember we're having health checks going on, free screening, so you might have to go there first. But come to the Health Fest. That's from 9 to 12. Actually, some of the vendors, we have over 50 Health Fest vendors this year that are joining us, and some of them will be there all day. But if you want to get blood checks and glucose, things like that, you'll want to come early. So that will start at 9, and that would go from 9 till 12. That is in the grandstand.
Now, the Health Fest, is it all Fairfield Medical Center type of staff and things? You said other vendors. That's why I was curious what other types of things might be available for the folks who come.
Yes, no, you can come. There'll be free skin cancer checks. You can get your glucose, your cholesterol, learn about assisted living, some of the things that we have around town with that. Even for the kids, there'll be gymnastic displays, karate, and they're still coming in. By the way, if you're listening and you're interested and you're a vendor and you would want to, be part of the Health Fest, please call in. The number will be shown on the bottom of your screen before we close. We're still interested in that. But there's also going to be food and craft vendors as well. So truly an all-day event. If you've went through the Health Fest and you've done all of that, and then you want to go grab something to eat, there's going to be things from anywhere from Smitch Sausage Truck, and their cream puffs will be down from Columbus, the burrito buggy. We tried to think of things that were different that you don't normally see around here. So we know we have 25 plus food vendors so far. The craft vendors, I think, are at about 30. So really it's going to be an all-day event. The bands themselves,
Because it is a rock party.
Yes, it is rock party. And who doesn't like a little bit of rock? We've been listening to Elvis since the 50s and the Beatles since the 60s. So, but we know that we have a lot of local bands ourselves that are very good. And we wanted to give something to the community that was free, wouldn't charge anyone of all age, young or old could come. You could enjoy that. So, again, it'll be for the kids and the adults, and the bands will be there. They will start singing at 12. They'll be going.
Now, is that just at the grandstand, or are there several stages?
No, just at the grandstand. Underneath the grandstand is the Health Fest. Everyone else can come, and listen. Bring your blankets or your chairs. Sit them up. Come early. Put them all out. Because once you have done your Health Fest and you've eaten or you've listened to some music, we're going to close the evening also with fireworks too. So it's truly an all-day event. But some of our bands, just to list some of them, will be Go Analog. I don't know, that's a local person. Eric Croft from Fairfield National Bank is involved in that. We have Bob Competti's band. He'll be joining us as well. We have a special band that's actually called Vital Signs.
Let me guess, they're from the medical center.
They're from the medical center. Truly, I'm encourage you to come. You need to hear this group. This includes anyone from physicians to our support staff. Really, you need to come. And then it'll be just a lot of, we have River Saints. That's actually a group that you probably are not familiar with around here in this area. We owe that to our new CEO, Jack Genoso. He's bringing them in from over Youngstown, East Pennsylvania area. They're coming in. They're going to be the backup group as well for Vital Signs. Our main event at the evening then is Floor Walkers. They're from Columbus. You've probably heard of them, and they'll be kind of our signature group for the evening.
And what time do they start?
They will start at 7 o'clock, and they'll go till probably about 9:15. At which time, then at dusk, our Hamburg Fireworks is joining again to put on a really nice display for us. So, really, it's an evening, and we just wanted to say thank you. We're here because you've been with us for 100 years, and we want you to be a part of this year-long celebration.
Latricia, how did you get involved with this? Is this the type of activity you do here at Fairfield Medical Center? So tell us a little bit about what you do, that you are involved in putting this together and telling people about it.
Okay. So actually, I started with the foundation. Actually, it's my second time here. I worked here about 20 years ago as a medical transcriptionist, and then I came back as a volunteer, and it moved into working for the foundation, which at that time, then we took steps. We knew that we were coming up on the celebration, and for 100 years, it takes a couple years to plan something like that. So we started working on it and getting involved, and so that is what I do now, is totally full working for the Centennial project.
Okay. Why a rock party, and is this will be the kickoff, and why did you choose the rock party?
Well, again, we wanted to come up with something that anyone of all ages could enjoy. And like I said, we've had some really good rock and roll people through the years that we've all enjoyed. When you hear Elvis kick in on his song, you start tapping your toes. So we have the Friday night bandstands, we have the Lancaster Festival. So the community is, a music-oriented kind of community. So we wanted to join in on that and just give something back that we thought everyone, and we just wanted you to come and laugh, and laughter in itself is a good health benefit, and so music tends to do that for us.
As this year comes to a close and we kick off 2016, are there other events that the medical center is prepared to announce, or should people just keep their eyes peeled?
Keep your eyes peeled. Keep in mind, with 100 years, we'll have a lot to celebrate. And our constituent list is large, too. We're going to have our physicians and our support staff. We have volunteers and twigs, our donors, our community people. So there'll be individual celebrations going on as well with different groups. But yes, throughout the year, we'll have different things that will be going on. So watch the TV, listen to the radio. I can tell you that when we close things next year in October, we'll have a time capsule celebration. So that's been pretty interesting to be thinking about what's going to go in that and what that looks like, and 100 years from now, what's someone going to want to see when they pull out. So it's been exciting. We've spent, like I said, the last 2 years getting all of the archives together, we've reached out, and we still say that if you're out there and you might be a patient, or your family from years ago might have been, and you might have something that we might be interested in, we're still looking for those, and it's really been cool. People are bringing some really nice things in that we didn't have before, or we didn't have pictures of. So it's given us a whole different, view of what life used to be.
Very nice. Latricia, if someone is interested in learning more, maybe they just hear it on the fly, or if there's someone out there that would like to participate in the Health Fest in some way, who should they contact and how should they do so?
Sure. Just call me. You can email me at latriciaj@fmchealth.org, or my extension is 687-8348.
Great. Latricia, thank you so much for your information today. An exciting time for not only Fairfield Medical Center and our community, not only for Fairfield Medical Center, but our entire community and the surrounding areas that it serves. Thank you so much.
Lisa, appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more on Fairfield Today from Fairfield Medical Center. Welcome back to Fairfield Today at Fairfield Medical Center. I'm Lisa Hooker. I opened the show today by telling you that we are in the grand entrance of the new surgical tower at Fairfield Medical Center. And my next guest is Anita Whalen, who is manager of surgical services here at FMC. Anita, welcome. Thank you for joining me today.
For having me, Lisa.
What a beautiful place. Tell me a little bit about where we're at right now. Is this where people enter?
Yes, they can enter in through this doorway down there and over in the main entrance to get to the surgery area. But they can also get to the floors through an elevator that leads up to go across the crosswalk.
Well, what is striking to me is all of the lights in the windows and how open with the natural light it is. I'm sure that was probably by design.
Yes, we had that in mind when we were planning and designing. We wanted to kind of bring some of the outside in, try to make it a little more relaxing, more nature related. For when people are waiting for patients or their loved ones during surgery, it's a very stressful time, and that kind of maybe relaxes them a little bit to help them get through that experience in a positive way.
So here in this section, this is the entryway, and I saw down the corner there seems to be like an information desk and some other types of rooms. So what all else is on this floor before we start talking about the patient tower?
Well, on this floor, it's of course the surgery check-in area. Okay. And through here and down the side is where patients can sit and wait for their loved ones during surgery. There's also an outdoor garden patio that patient or loved ones can wait for their loved ones during surgery too. And now we haven't been able to use it much with the rain, but it's very beautiful. It's relaxing, and we have patient reps that sit and they'll update families on their loved ones. We have tracking boards that they can also follow their loved ones.
Those are so handy.
Yes, everybody loves those. They watch them like TV.
I did want to mention in that the little garden area, there's a beautiful butterfly chair.
Yes, and don't ask me where we got that because I do not know. But it's really cute. The kids love that, and they like sitting on that. But it's just adds a little bit of positivity to a stressful situation.
So you're coming to this section of the hospital if you or your loved one or family or friend is having some kind of surgery. On a previous Fairfield Today, we had opportunity to go to the mock patient room and kind of talked about some of the things that the medical center was considering at that time. Tell me about the patient tower.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about the patient tower because I'm surgery. Okay. So unfortunately, I wasn't a part of that building. I know that the rooms are very family oriented, more private, and they have more space for families to relax in and stay all night if they need to. It's very family oriented, trying to keep the family in the experience of if their loved one has to be in the hospital for a reason.
So what section of the building do you work with, and what would you want our listeners to know about that?
Okay, I am surgery.
Actual surgery.
Actual surgery in the surgery. Okay. So yeah, we have 10 surgical rooms, and they're more spacious rooms. We have hired more advanced technology in those rooms. We've made our pre-op and post-op areas private areas, so families can be brought in earlier, and instead of waiting out and wondering what's going on with your loved one, they can come in a little earlier and just lay eyes on their loved one after the procedure.
And that really can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. It eases your mind. It's a stressful situation.
Why was this new building needed?
Well, basically, we wanted to make, we brought families and patients and physicians and staff together to find out what they were looking for, what kind of experiences would they like to see. Surgery was built, I don't know when it was built the first time, but it was very small, contained, kind of setback, kind of dark, dingy. It's like going into a cave, basically. But now we're more open, we're brighter, and as we called Project Bright was our name. And we're trying to bring the families more into the experience of it all. So,
What can a patient expect if they're coming to Fairfield Medical Center for surgery? Is it, obviously the environment is different, but does that also cause the experience to be different for them?
yes, definitely. So they have a better atmosphere to wait in. Their families are participating more with their care before and after. The surgeons have a bigger area to work in, more space, advanced technology, which was a must.
And what does advanced technology mean? Is it they have more things? Is it they have better pictures of what they're looking at? What does that mean?
Yes, laparoscopic cases are less invasive cases. So the doctors are looking at pictures on monitors and looking at patients' anatomy. And these monitors, the monitors that we have now provide a more crisp, clear picture. It's like going from regular TV to HD TV.
Sure, okay. People can
And
understand that.
yeah, and it's just the rooms are bigger, more space for the technology, the more advanced technology that we need nowadays. I mean, they're coming out with things every day, and we're keeping up with state of the art. So that's why we needed the space.
The rooms themselves, the 10 surgical rooms, how long would a patient expect to stay there? Would they be discharged from there, or would they then just go to a step-down room or a regular room from there?
Well, it depends on what procedure you're having. We have many procedures we do here. We do everything from head to toe. We don't do brain surgery, but we do everything other than that. And if it's a more extensive procedure, of course, you'll probably be staying overnight, and that's when you go to the new facility on the 2 surgical tower and the new rooms up there. If you are going to be discharged, then it's an outpatient procedure. We have a regular discharge area. We provide that outpatient experience. So we're not, even though we have combined the pavilion and the main surgery, we're not losing that outpatient experience with that either.
Okay. How many surgeries have been done here? And actually, when did it open, and how many have you been able to perform so far?
Well, we opened June 1st. We thought maybe we'd get a little break from the docs, but they didn't want to do that. So we've done, in the month of June alone, 700 procedures, and we're still going strong. So it's been a great experience. The staff are wonderful, very, very skilled people, and they are the ones that you want to be with if you need a surgery.
Tell me what you do as manager of surgical services and the types of people who report to you taking care of the patients here.
Well, we have RNs, of course, and we have scrub techs. We have patient attendants. We have patient reps. We have nurses in the pre-op area, nurses in the PACU area. We have people that take care of our inventory. We have people taking care of our supplies. We have people, I don't want to forget anybody because they're all so important to us. I mean, everyone is so important to us to make sure that everybody gets the best possible experience when they come in for surgery.
Anita, what else would you like us to know about the surgical services in this new tower? You've been very informative today. If anyone had any questions, who or where might they call here at the medical center?
Well, there is a little, an icon on the intranet under surgical services, under services, you can find surgery, and there's all the procedures that we do perform. And then also I'm available at 687-8890. My name's Anita Whalen. I answer any questions. And of course, if you're having surgery, we'll be calling you.
That's probably a good note to end on. Anita, thank you so much. Anita Whalen, who is Manager of Surgical Services here at Fairfield Medical Center. Thank you for your time today. We're going to take one more break and be right back. Welcome back to Fairfield Today at Fairfield Medical Center. I'm Lisa Hooker, and we are in the grand entrance of the new surgical tower. Joining me now is Public Relations Specialist Donna Stalter. And Donna, I am guessing that all of the pieces and parts that went with this new surgical tower you had a hand in too. It is beautiful.
Yes, it is. We were so happy to see it open, and we were able to see our first patient in 1st of June, and it's been a journey. It has. It's been a wonderful journey.
Well, Project Bright, we've talked about on this show more than once, and it's nice to see that it's coming together and just about all done. And I'm sure we're still kind of maybe finding a few things to tweak and things of that sort. So. Well, we wanted to talk a little bit about events and activities here at Fairfield Medical Center. And Donna, you said there is a new support group here for gynecological cancer education. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, there is. We're just starting it, and we're really excited about having our first one on July 28th at 7 o'clock at our Cancer Resource Center. That's located off campus. So, again, it's our first gynecologic cancer support group, and Dr. Lorianne Scott will be presenting that evening. So if you can mark your calendar, we'd love to see you there. It's for caregivers as well as survivors, so or patients that are actively going through treatment. So we ask anyone touched by ovarian, uterine, and cervical cancer to join us, and it's a great way to relate with others. And if you have any questions, you can call 740-277-6941, and we'd love to see you there.
Absolutely, and having cancer touch so many people, most families touched by it, the support that you can find from others and people who work with those who are undergoing or caring for those with cancer can make a big difference.
It does. It makes a tremendous difference, and it's so great, again, to make those connections and help them out and provide support.
Now, where is the Cancer Resource Center? I know we had a show from there during celebrating Breast Cancer Month, but I think it's off of like 6th Avenue, isn't it?
Yes, it's on Forest Rose Avenue, and if you've ever drove right there by 33, you'll see it. It's centrally located. It's great. It's Janice Novotny does such a great job. She's the coordinator of our resource center, and again, it's been a great collaboration with her, and I love going through the calendar and seeing all the different events that they offer each month.
Well, great. We're going to move on now and talk about the Heart and Lung Run of 2015. Tell me a little bit about that. And do you run? Do you do this?
I have not necessarily done it, but I've covered the event with photography, and it is quite a course, let me tell you. Every year we love having our Heart and Lung Run because what it does is it allows us to raise funds for cardiac rehab patients that can't afford their cardiac rehab. They either have limited insurance or they have no insurance at all. And once you've had a heart surgery, you need to get back into the swing of things, and it's easier for you to rehabilitate with our cardiac rehab personnel. They do such a great job. They help you along the way. They make sure that your heart rate is being monitored, and just all kinds of support that they provide to you right after open heart surgery or any type of surgery like that.
So when is the actual run?
The actual run is August 29th. And it is from 6:30 to 7:45 is registration in the morning. And it begins at 8 a.m. with chip timing. It includes chip timing as well. And the race course starts and finishes on North Ewing Street near Lanrico Boulevard. And that's in Lancaster near FMC.
And is this the first year for this? It doesn't sound like it.
No, it is not. We've been doing this for very many years. And we also have a kids race, which is wonderful. So if you have any little ones, bring them out.
Well, and speaking of kids, in association or in collaboration with the Lancaster Festival, there are bike races for kids.
Yes, there are. Yes, we have our bike races coming up soon. It's on July 31st, and that's an annual event for us at Fairfield Medical Center in collaboration with the Lancaster Festival. And it will be held July 31st at 5:30 p.m. in front of Standing Stone Bank.
You're even giving prizes for bike decorations. I love that.
Yes, Ava, she was so excited last year. I do believe she won first or second place. I'm not sure. It went so fast. She won first the year before last and second this past year. So she loved it. It's good to get the kids out there and promote their creativity.
Who should folks call about the Heart and Lung Run or the bike races? Do they just call the Fairfield Medical Center main number, or is there online, or what's the best way?
You could always call the main number at 740-687-8000, and we can direct you to Kelly Marion. Her direct extension is 8951, and that will go directly to Kelly, and she can help you with any questions you have. And then there's also our 687-8007 number, gets you straight to our marketing department. And as always, you can go to fmchealth.org to find out more.
And one last thing before we leave today. If you have not yet received, or if you have received and have not opened your Monitor magazine, which is put together and distributed by Fairfield Medical Center, or if you have not yet received it, when you do get it, make sure you look for this handy Rock Party magnet. Put it on your refrigerator. It will remind you that August 22nd at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds is that big community event. It is free for everyone. A full day from 9 in the morning till 9 in the evening, and the fireworks to follow. So make sure you look for that and put it on your refrigerator. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Fairfield Today. I'm Lisa Hooker, and until next time, enjoy your day.
Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, and Ohio University Lancaster.